For those that are trying to follow along with this vlog with a sense of continuity, and trying to, ensure some sense of fidelity to the idea of writing every day, you'll notice that my video today, or my video from yesterday, was uploaded a day early. So I didn't upload anything yesterday, and now I'm uploading 2 videos today. The simple reason for that is I forgot. I ended up recording yesterday's video, but yesterday evening I spent quite a few hours after work actually with my writing group. So with that, we were discussing basically what had happened with the rejection of my novel. I was kind of, obviously as much venting as I was just discussing potential, my potential plan going forward here, and kind of piggybacking some ideas off with them. And what had happened was I simply forgot. So I was done with that. I was simply done with that group, and I had forgotten to upload. With that, though, it's an important idea, though, of having that writing group, of having some sort of cohort to collaborate with. I'm not talking about just having a writing group just for the critique. So I'm not talking about just simply the critique, but simply having friends that are writers, people that you can just bounce ideas off of, people at those moments of being very, very low, that you can sort of fall back on and talk to, and kind of play around with maybe where you should go and what your direction should be. I often talk about the idea of sort of approaching this process on your own. I talk a lot about how this is basically like your destiny, right? Like your fate. You control what happens. Like you control your fate, right? But there's an element, though. There's an element, though, of having that friendship, of having some sort of fellow writers to play ideas off of. Because what happens is, especially in those low moments, is your thoughts get very distorted. Your judgment gets very distorted. You make decisions that are much more emotional, a lot less rational. You tend to look at the negative more than the positive. And what can help is having that group to play off of. To sort of remind you, hey, listen, you did all this, your writing is still strong. In my case, a lot of it was discussing potentially requerying that novel. So that novel Tarot, potentially requerying it again, looking for potentially either a different small press or looking for agents again for it. And it was something that I said in a previous video that I wasn't going to do. I had said, the day of, that I was not planning on doing it. I wanted to sort of close that chapter of my life with this story. But now I'm reconsidering it. Now I'm sort of back to the idea of maybe querying it, maybe going back one more time. A sort of, what are you going to lose mentality, right? I'm not sure what I'll do with that. I'm not sure if I'll actually end up going forward with that. But the point is, there are going to be moments in this process that no matter how much you're on your own, no matter how much you do this with you against the world, you need to have a team. You need to have at least somebody, just some people, to just feed ideas off of. And it's invaluable. It's invaluable. It's probably the best. I mean, it's weird to say, but the best writing advice I may have gotten in 2022 was simply that advice last night. Just the advice of how I should sort of, go forward with this, how I should take the rejection, how I should move forward with it. Yeah, I was not, I wasn't planning on that being the main thing for certain, but is what it is. And so I'm going to think about, I guess, just because I brought the topic, I'm going to think about potentially querying that novel now. I'll play around with it in my head. Querying 2 novels at the same time, that seems like a recipe for disaster in some respects. In other respects, it seems like, hey, double your net, right? Cast an even wider net, double your chances, It is what it is. So I'm going to play that over, sort of think about that. But nothing changes. I mean, nothing, changes. If I decide to query that novel, it doesn't change anything with the process of the current one I'm working on. This wrestling story, it's going forward, with the same time frame. The good thing about querying tarot again is simply that I have everything already. The query letter is already written. It's already prepared. It's simply just now researching agents and just sending it off. And maybe just doing it, intermittently might help. So, yeah. So that's all I got for now. I will be back tomorrow. But until then, happy writing.